What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. By being the gatekeeper of battle rap, man, I have no other choice but to alarm and inform this battle rap community of the seriousness of what's taking place in this surf case, because it also pertains to this battle rap community. Now, I have told people this years ago, and maybe people wasn't taking it serious, but we know it's serious. Without a doubt, we know this, okay? Surf was indicted. His indictment, actually, a lot of the things that incriminated him was taken from social media, okay? It was taken from social media. They have been he have been under investigation for a lot of years. And according to the documentation and paperwork, his investigation is an ongoing investigation that may have unlocked even more attention to the feds and DEA, or maybe some of you people in this battle rap community. I'm going to play y'all some things. I'm going to let you hear what's being said, because y'all may not want to believe that it's true. And though what I'm saying, I need some proof. I'm gonna show you some proof. We're gonna talk about this stuff, but what I'm trying to tell y'all, this is real. I don't know who I'm talking to, but who listening know exactly what I'm saying, because I don't know the nature of the relationship Surf was having with so many people in battle rap. I don't know his relationship with Rock and Verb them and Calico them and everybody who he had relationships with, because he was one of the biggest battle rappers in battle rap. Only these people know the extent and nature of their relationship and how deep it went. How deep it went. As a result of that, but I have to bring awareness to the community of what's taking place in this situation. Now, Lisa Evers, Fox 6 news journalist, not long ago, she just did like a 30-something minute interview with a criminal defense lawyer who specialized in the nature of these federal cases that Surf is actually being charged with and what he was indicted on. And I'm gonna keep it real. That dude was popping it. I'm talking about he was popping it like that. No paperwork, no, just popping it. Because he's been doing it for years, he's experienced in it, and he's a defense criminal lawyer. So he defends people like Surf them in this situation, in these situations, under these RICO laws that he very, knowledgeable of. Now, they were talking about his social media situation, right? And how this all played a part in his indictment and how this just unlocked other doors. Now, I'm going to play some of this stuff and we're going to chop it up as we go. But watch this.
But you've told us on Street Soldiers, Phil, you call it self-snitching in a sense with the social media, and that's named in they name Instagram and Facebook postings in these indictments. Explain that to us, because some people think, okay, the feds are looking at social media, they're looking at music videos, and then they're making indictments off the music videos, or does the crime have to come first? How does that work?
Okay, so you heard what she asking him about. His indictment, they talking about how it come from his social media, from his Instagram, Twitter, Spaces. All they play part. Look, they wasn't just blocking out. Okay, y'all have to understand what an investigation is. Keep in mind, he don't even know. For years, they monitoring him. His phones is tapped. His social media is tracked. Everything he being said, everything he's saying, everything he texting, everything he inboxing, every conversation he's having, even though it's starting with a past indictment, bringing it to him, which now opens up more. See, this is why this stuff never ends. It started out with somebody else being indicted. Them indicting them led to them indicting Surf. Investigating Surf lead to indicting others. See, it's like one big web. So they started out investigating somebody else. They indicted him. But while watching and indicting him, it opened up them telling on Surf. So they started indicting Surf. Then from indicting Surf, investigating him and who he knowing he connected with. See, this is how it goes from levels and levels and levels and levels to make it up to the top dogs. This is how they go. Again, I don't know the nature of what you brothers and sisters who knew him were speaking to him about. But he have been tracked it for years. We're going to talk about this. So when he was on Spaces, they was listening to everything. Every conversation, everything. Yes, y'all are also on documentations and paperwork. Not to mention whatever y'all was talking to him behind the scenes on. Those phone conversations was being recorded. If y'all was doing anything illegal in any type of way, I advise you right now, shut it down. Because you are definitely, without a doubt, 100% being investigated. That's a fact. Now, you want to be stupid and play games, do it all you want. But what I'm telling you is real and true. His investigation opened it up. This community, you know what? Let's just listen to some more.
You don't necessarily have to put the cart before the horse or vice versa in these situations. There are times where they will simply have hip hop police, right? We are familiar with that colloquial term. And they will just be scrolling these days on social media, looking for instances of people who are coming into a lot of money, potentially tying that with lyrics from songs that deal with drugs or violence, and starting to figure out from maybe contacts that they have on the street, well, who's who? How is this person getting this money? What are they involved in, right? So sometimes there are investigations that just start from there and go to the top. Other times there are arenas where they actually do have evidence of a crime having been committed through information that they may have from confidential sources, from snitches. They start to zero in or target someone. And once they do that, they start going through that person's social media ad nauseum.
Okay, hold on. Now let's pay attention to what was said. They do it two ways. Sometimes they do it on their own. Look, these apps is literally created and designed by them also. Make no mistake about it. These apps you have, Instagram, Twitter, Spaces, these apps are designed by them. Yeah. So look what's happening. They do it two ways. Sometimes they do it on their own through the apps. Sometimes people put them up on other people. Hey, you know such and such doing, or if a crime was committed, then they go to their social medias. Because they know niggas just don't know how to keep their mouth shut. They're going to let you know everything they're going to do before they do it. They're going to tell you everything. So this is what they saying. You don't always got to put the cart before the wheel or the horse. This is what's taking place. They're going to do it either way. Either way, it don't matter. Then look what he said. When they see them having large sums of money. There go the hate. You got to know, they hating. You know, why wouldn't the police hate that? You seeing all these young black brothers. Money all up their sleeve. Phone call conversations with money. Thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands. But they no business. Is any of that money taxed? They walking around with money like that. Is any of that money? No, niggas ain't paying taxes. A lot of niggas don't know nothing about taxing their own money. Is any of that money taxed? They know that they walking around with large sums of money like that. What, you get what I'm saying? Of course they gonna want to know. You driving foreigns, you with bad women, you got jewelry hanging all over your neck, and you living a life. You getting paid off doing something you enjoy doing. They got to work, push the clock. You making in a day or a month, and they don't even make that in a year. What you making in a day or a month. Of course they gonna be mad. Because even though they police, they wish they could live the life too. I wish could be flashy and flamboyant like him. I wish I was making that money that easy like that. I wish girls were screaming and hollering my name and all this stuff. Of course they desire that. They people. So since they can't have it, then one of your, you know who makes your worst enemies? Haters. Haters make your worst enemies because they won't stop at nothing till they can get you. And they try to get you any way that they can. And these authorities, I mean, we can't blame, look, I can't get mad at the authority for punishing crime. That's why you don't do the crime if you can't do the time. So I'm not mad at authorities for doing their job and things like that, and that's what they doing. And you don't want them on you like that because once they do know you're involved in something fishy or dirt, they ain't gonna stop at nothing until they get you. You become their project. You become their project. When they was watching this man's social media, wiretapping all his phones, collecting all his text messages and DMs, that was for anybody they didn't know about. That was for anybody they didn't know about. The indictment started with 5 people. Then it went from 10 people. Then it went from 15 people. Then it go to 20 people. How do it do that? Because when you investigating a person, you following them, you listening to them, everything they doing, they steady opening up doors and new players coming in the game, coming in the game, coming in the game. So it opens up wider. And remember, they build their careers off convictions. Election year coming around in this November. Get ready for it because this is what these campaigns have built up to go against each other. Vote for me. My name is Tommy Thompson. During my time of being the governor over such and such, I put away such and such many drug dealers, such and such many sex offenders. We need to get this person out of office because since he's been in office, crime then went up this much. Drug dealing went up this much. Such and such went up this much. See that? They build their careers off this. That's why they need these busts. And what happens is they got more than enough. That's why the indictments go back all these years. So y'all don't know y'all been watched for 7, 8, 9 years. So they give you some at a time. Well, we can close this indictment up. Election month coming around. And look, keep in mind, these authorities work for the district attorney. They work for the DA. The DA the ones who decide, whatever the police charge you with, the DA decide whether or not they're going, no, I'm going to keep that and drop that one. I'm dropping this and I'm keeping that. DA called the police. Hey, what's going on with that? What y'all doing? Y'all, I think you need to get on top of that. I need to. What? They building their cases. They build their careers off this.
Their IG, their TikTok, their Facebook, you name it. And to the extent that they're able to start putting puzzle pieces together from that social media that connects with the theory of the case that they plan to put before the jury as to why this defendant is guilty, they'll do it. And that's where so often you have a lot of people who maybe even unbeknownst to themselves are self-snitching because they never necessarily thought that they would be the target of an investigation.
Right.
But once you become one, now there's all this evidence that you've put out against yourself. That how are you going to fight that? That's where it becomes really difficult in federal court at times. I can cross-examine a cop. I can cross-examine an FBI agent. But when my own client has essentially provided the bulk of the evidence against themselves, it gets a bit difficult.
Facts. You hear what he said? They on everything. But it's hard for me to defend clients I have myself. He said I could cross-examine the police. I could cross-examine everybody else. But when my own client putting all this information out against himself, it's hard to defend cases like this when you didn't self-told on yourself because you didn't know you was being watched. You didn't know you was being indicted. So you just speaking freely. Just, yeah, I got this. I make this. I do that. I got 100 this. I got this. We just did this. I go do that. My nigga's this. My nigga's that. Then they bring it to trial and use it against him. He like, how could I defend that? This coming out of my own client mouth. I asked my client, hey, no, I don't know what they talking about. They ain't do nothing. I don't know. Bro, they got a whole clip of you saying stuff, and how I'm supposed to defend that? Oh, they do? Yeah, that's my bad, man. My bad? Nigga, we in the middle of a trial. See what I'm saying? He popping it.
And then what advice do you have for people? Because there's a certain number of, the gang affiliation, people are very flagrant about that on social media with hashtags, with different emojis that represent certain sets, all of that type of thing, who they're posing with, different, hand signs for the sets or whatever. What do you think about posting all of that? How risky is that? Are they really watching all the time?
It's super risky, and you should presume that they're watching all the time, even if they're not, because they can retroactively go back. They can, file subpoenas with Facebook, with Meta, with whomever they need to go back and maybe even get posts that have since been deleted.
Y'all didn't know that, did y'all? Listen at that. I told y'all, ain't nothing erased. This is a criminal defense lawyer who got experience in this, defending people in these cases, thinking that you deleted something, thinking that you took something down that's been erased. Look what he say they can do.
With Facebook, with Meta, with whomever they need to go back and maybe even get posts that have since been deleted.
They can even go back and get posts that have been deleted. That's why it's a computer. All these guys, this is a computer. Okay? I don't care if you think your computer damaged, destroyed, water hit it. Where's the computer? Give me the computer. We'll take it from here. They open that cell up. They find right what y'all don't know. Oh, they thought this part just make the light go on. No, it don't. This is actually a computer within a computer. We take this little piece, slide it in that. It can't be damaged. Water don't damage it. We know y'all careless with phones, water damage. We know you can crush something, the car ran over it. This thing is made out of Wolverine material. Okay? Just like the black box on the plane. It's fireproof. It's waterproof. But yet it store everything. You see this big shell you hold and thinking this a big, this actually this little. This whole phone ran off this little microchip this size. You looking at how big the phone is, how big, it's actually this size. That's just a light show for y'all. While y'all sitting there watching apps, we watching y'all. When you cut your phone on and you spinning through your app, we watching y'all too. He said they go back to get y'all deleted texts. They can subpoena the courts to go back to get y'all deleted texts. No matter how. If you wrote it down, could you go back? How many years we going back? We want to go back to December 12th of 2016, I believe. Is that the right date? Yeah, could we please have those erased, deleted messages? Okay, get somebody on it. This is a government. What part of governing don't you get? What part of governing don't you get?
Always presume that you're being watched and act accordingly. And when you start being in a position where you are hashtagging affiliations, even if it's not a real affiliation, even if it's a situation where you're just trying to get validity for your own music career or authenticity in some way to be more reputable within hip hop, what then starts to happen is now you can get yourself tied up into a grander RICO case, because where you may be saying like, hey, even to the extent that I sold drugs, I was just doing that personally to finance my music career. But then when the government says, but hey, every hashtag you put said the Bloods, or it
Right.
said rolling, 60s, or it said X, Y, and Z. Now you are a part of X, Y, and Z, even if really you were just doing it for the street cred on social media, right? But it doesn't matter, because when you're sitting before that jury and hoping that this jury, that most often are not the biggest hip hop fans, particularly in federal court jurisdictions, and hoping that they can put the pieces together that you're not actually a gang member, you just don't want to be in that situation.
There you go. There you go. Let me show y'all something else. Y'all think it's a joke. Listen at this. Pay close attention. They already just let it be known. This is another big major source. Watch what's being said here on this big major source. Listen closely.
Absolutely horrible, man. They even looking at the people that interacted with Sue Surf.
They even looking at the people who interacted with Sue Surf. They are now looking at others who was interacting with him apart from his indictment. Let me say that one more time. They are even looking into the people who were interacting with Surf. Anybody he had been on the phone with that has nothing to do with his indictment. This is a whole new indictment. Remember what I just told y'all? This is a whole new investigation. It's not only the indictment that he had with them other people. This is a whole new investigation. Hold on, y'all think it's a joke, man. Y'all really think it's a joke. Y'all is not listening, man. I'm saying, man, boy, niggas, boy. Listen closely. Listen closely.
The full weight of Fed time. Yo, this is absolutely horrible, man. They even looking at the people that interacted with Sue Surf. Look, if I was these people, man, I would have to doodle right now.
If I was y'all people, I'd be doodling right now. If they got him already, he gone. Now they looking into us. All the stuff I told him. Even though Surf didn't know. Keep in mind, Surf didn't know. Surf didn't know he was being indicted. Surf didn't know he was under indictment all them years. He just thinking he having normal conversation, normal text messaging, normal conversation with the boys. All along, they was watching and they was listening. Watch this. Y'all think it's a joke.
Man, they even looking at the people that interacted with Sue Surf. Look, if I was these people, man, I would have to doodle right now. Every 3 minutes, I'm dropping little ones at the pool again. You see what I'm saying? Folks be like, yo, where he at? He in the bathroom again. You know what I'm saying? Look, that's where the feds would find me. They would find me in the bathroom, dropping a stinking load. Look, I hope they find nothing on Sue Surf. I really do. Can you imagine the amount of artists that are rethinking their life decisions? Like, damn, I should have been a conscious rapper. You know what I'm saying? I should have just spoke about my girlfriend. Look, see, that's why I believe, right? As time progresses, we're not getting smarter. You know what I'm saying? If folks read the Constitution, which is the law of our land, they couldn't explain what they just read. Dudes commit crimes and they rap about it. And we're getting smarter? No, sir, we're not. And finally.
See what I'm saying? They even looking into the people he was in communication with. I don't know who I'm talking to. But you know exactly who I'm talking to. Whoever was talking to him, whatever you were talking to him, whatever the nature it is, listen, man, they here. They here. Use precaution. Learn from this situation. Please learn from this situation. Leave that illegal stuff alone. Work an honest life. Weigh in and consider your family and your children, man. You better than this. You don't need to do nothing illegal. Be grown men. Look, men be men. Women be women. Leave them gangs alone. Your gang is your family. That's what you the leader of. You the leader of that gang. Okay? Your partner, your homie should be the woman or man you in the relationship with, who you claiming to love and going home to every night. That's who you should be sacrificing yourself for. Because I'm trying to tell you, you will not win this. You will not beat this. I seen so many brothers and sisters be acting tough. Man, I don't give a F. They catch me when they catch me, man. I ain't scared. I ain't finna live in fear. Then the moment they get locked up, because see, they say that because it ain't happened yet. The moment they get locked up, then the truth come out. I'm trying to tell y'all, be wise. And it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment, but it ain't my judgment that's in question. It's yours. Hit the link in the description box. Subscribe to Battle Truth. Trust in the Lord Jesus Christ. Trust in the Lord Jesus Christ. And leave that trash alone.